Welcome back to the Phantom Gourmet. Consistency is one of the most important goals for any restaurant that wants to be successful, but providing consistently good food and service is a very tough thing to achieve. And with that in mind, Dave Andelman is here with a list of restaurants that he calls rock-solid restaurants. So what does that mean to be a rock-solid restaurant to you?
Rock-solid restaurants have consistency of personnel in the dining room, in the kitchen. I mean, I love when I'm at a restaurant bar and the bartender says, you know, I was working the night the Celtics won the championship in 1986. I mean, there's just something very comforting about that to me. Like Frank's Steakhouse in Cambridge, you know, you're going to get the sizzler every time, and it's always going to be great.
All right, so here's a new place that somehow has achieved that kind of consistency, rock-solid restaurant. It's in South Beach. It's called Lincoln Tavern. This place has been packed since the day it opened, and they got it down, right?
Yeah, very cool place. They may have the longest restaurant bar in all of Boston, you know. And when you sit down at that bar, you know you can order anything off this menu, and it's going to be good. A lot of upscale comfort food type dishes. Pizza, surprisingly, really, really good for a Southie restaurant. You're not expecting it. Try the butternut squash pizza, topped with bacon and caramelized onions. They have a signature Lincoln burger that's just incredibly juicy. And I like the short ribs. These are slowly braised short ribs served on the bone, so it's extra tender. And to make it even better, it's served over a bed of truffle mac and cheese.
That would be a bit over the top, I would have to say, but in a good way. Now let's go to Waltham, another rock-solid restaurant right on Moody Street. It's called Tempo, and another great place for consistency.
Yeah, chef owner here really, really cares about the food, so you know it's always going to be really good. After 10 years, they just underwent a pretty major renovation, but the food is the same. Nice bar, a lot of great fun shareable appetizers. I like the crispy Philly steak and cheese spring rolls with spicy ketchup. They hand cut their French fries, cover them in Romano cheese and herbs. If you like seafood, you can get a fisherman's stew or a nice piece of salmon. I recommend the pork chop. This is a huge, double thick, all natural pork chop served with a side of 5 cheese macaroni and cheese.
Now, some restaurants that are the most like rock solid are the places that just keep it the simplest. Here's a good example. Mission Bar and Grill. It's Mission Hill. It's in Boston. They know what they do, and they do it well.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much from the outside, but on the inside, you're going to find a really, really good neighborhood bar and grill. You can get a great lunch here for like $10. Dinners, entrees are less than $20. Popular choices are steak tips, fish and chips, excellent bowl of pasta with bolognese. But believe it or not, the best dish here is their chicken tenders. These are fresh, never frozen, nice crispy batter. Secret here is they're dipped in corn flakes, which add nice and crispiness and a little sweetness to them, served with hot sauce and blue cheese dressing, so it can become sort of a make-your-own boneless buffalo wing.
Ah, like an interactive treat for you, but consistently delicious. Now let's talk about Italian food, okay? Sometimes there's one dude in the kitchen, it tastes one way. There's another dude in the kitchen, it tastes a little bit different, a little spicier, a little sweeter. Café Assisi in Wrentham is a little place where it is just always rock solid. You're right.
Yeah, again, you look at it and you're not really expecting much, but it's just a great spot. I mean, in terms of value and consistency, hard to do better. There's only a few tables. They do a lot of takeout. Portions are giant across the board. I mean, the appetizer's big enough to be meals. If you like eggplant, their eggplant rollatini with bolognese is outstanding. Excellent thin crust pizzas, big calzones, cost around $10, $12. Their best dish is known as the Fusilli Ricci. It's such a neighborhood type place. It's named after one of their best customers named Richie. Spiral pasta sauteed with grilled chicken and pancetta, artichokes, black olives, garlic, and olive oil. This is spicy and delicious.
I want my own Fusilli Danny, but we'll leave that to another place.